Next, to a bold new film that has shocked and delighted audiences in equal measure. It's called Baby Girl, and it tells the story of a high-powered female tech executive, played by Nicole Kidman, who embarks on an office affair with a much younger intern. Now, beyond the age difference and the power dynamic, it's prompting conversations about female sexuality, with the New York Times noting that, quote, women really want to talk after seeing Baby Girl. Now, it's written and directed by Halina Reijn, who joins the program live now from New York. Halina Reijn, welcome to the program. Okay, is this the kind of conversation that you intended your film to spark? What did you intend?
No, I really made it as a conversation starter. I was well aware of what I was doing, but I wanted to tell a story about things that I was struggling with as a woman, as a feminist, things that I was ashamed of, things that I didn't dare to talk about even with my girlfriends. And I kind of made this movie, to be very honest with you, as a means to connect to other women and as a tool to even talk about all of these subjects.
Okay, so as we said, and you can, lay it out better than I can, it's essentially a powerful married mother, CEO, a woman, played by Nicole Kidman, who has been essentially stalked into being the mentor of a much younger intern who seems, in my opinion, to be in charge of this power dynamic, no matter his youth and his, professional, much lower status. How did you work that out, and what are you trying to say?
For me, this is a comedy of manners. My movie is a fable. In the beginning, we do play with these tropes, these kind of sexual thriller tropes from the 90s that were all directed and written by men. And I always found that the people in those movies, the characters, were punished at the end if they would cheat or if they would explore their darker inner beast. And I wanted to create a movie that was more human. So in the beginning, we play with these thriller tropes, but in the end, you just see two people. And even though they are in an affair, so they're morally not doing something right, they are both in a crisis. They are both in an existential crisis. Nicole Kidman plays Romy, and she's in a crisis in the sense that she's in a midlife, and she sees the end nearing, and she thinks she has to be perfect, and she has to play all these different roles in life: the perfect leader, the perfect wife, the perfect lover, has the perfect body, the perfect face. And she meets this young man that is also taking his first steps in life. He's in a quarter-life crisis, if you will. And they kind of connect in their inner wounds, and that's when they embark upon this journey of an exploration of masculinity, consent, femininity, sexuality, power, shame.
I want to play a clip, and it is obviously with Romy and Samuel, the two characters that you've just laid out. This is one of their first meetings.
After 5 years, I started my own company. I wanted to automate repetitive tasks and give people their time back by limiting.
Power-hungry personalities?
You think that's what I am?
No. No. I think the opposite.
You think I don't like power?
No, I think you like to be told what to do. Sorry, I didn't mean to... Sorry, that was inappropriate.
I mean, really inappropriate. Oh, okay. For me, I'm like, are you serious? A young intern is going to say that to the female CEO in the workspace. But I'm really interested in what you say about what they're working out, their traumas. What is Samuel's trauma first? And then we'll go to Romy's.
I think Samuel's trauma is also, we keep it a little bit hidden. I don't like to go into the backstories too deep, because I think it's amazing for an audience to be able to use their own imagination and relate to certain parts of these characters. But he is very much a Gen Z kid. My movie is also very much about generations. And again, it is a fable, it's a comedy of manners, but he very much represents that generation that doesn't have that idea of hierarchy that I, as a Gen X woman, had. They are very different with the structures that we are used to, and how we feel like we look up to a CEO, and he treats her very differently, and that is what attracts her to him. And they both are dealing, I think, with similar things. She comes from cults and communes. She says, I was named by a guru. She comes from a sexual revolution. She comes from chaos. And her whole life is an answer to that. She loves structure. She loves organization. And she suppresses her inner beast. And through Samuel, she is able to let it out. And my film is a cautionary tale for everyone of what happens when you suppress these dark sides of yourself. If you let them come out, if you dare to talk about it, if you dare to talk to your partner about it, the whole movie wouldn't even have to take place if she would have set Antonio Banderas down before the movie started. He's her husband. And she would have actually took the time to explain it, but she can't. She's not able. She's full of shame, and she has this perfect image of what a woman should look like, be, and act like, and that is what my movie is trying to say.